The Young and the Restless spoilers. Welcome back to our channel. Follow Genoa City Gossips. Today is a beautiful day to dissect some soap opera madness, and we have an absolute doozy of an episode to break down. Grab your snacks and let's get into it. I cannot believe they just did that. I am literally shaking at my keyboard right now because what I just watched has to be the most insane, heartbreaking, and infuriating twist this show has pulled in years. I mean, we all knew Kane Ashby was a snake, but this is a whole new level of absolute garbage human behavior. I'm sorry, but if you are still defending Kane after today's episode, we cannot be friends. He literally just killed Malcom Winters. Okay, wait, I know he didn't pull a trigger or poison him like Matt Clark would, but he might as well have. I am so emotional right now I can barely type, but we need to talk about this because I am losing my mind over here. Because let's just recap what this absolute monster thought he was going to get away with. We all saw the setup over the last few episodes, right? Stephanie Simmons accidentally spills the beans about Malcom's aplastic anemia. Kane secretly gets tested, and boom, he is the miraculous 1-in-a-million bone marrow match. And for like half a second, I actually thought to myself, hey, maybe Kane is trying to redeem himself. Maybe he actually wants to do a good thing for the mother of his children and her family. Ha! What a joke. I should have known better. I've been watching this show since the 2000s, and Kane has always been a liar. Remember when he faked his own death? Remember the whole Forgewell debacle with Devon's money? Remember Juliet? Yeah, didn't work then either. But this is so much worse. He wasn't going to save Malcom out of the goodness of his heart. No, he typed up a literal blackmail contract demanding control of Chancellor Winters in exchange for his bone marrow. He was holding a dying man's life hostage for a CEO chair. So picture this scene because the directing was actually phenomenal. Kane is speeding down the highway, probably blasting some arrogant music, looking so incredibly smug. He has that stupid, self-satisfied smirk on his face because he thinks he has finally won. He thinks he has Lily backed into a corner she cannot possibly escape. He is literally looking down at the passenger seat where this pristine, sickening contract is sitting. And because he is so obsessed with his own twisted victory, because he is so high on his own ego, he takes his eyes off the road. I was screaming at the screen, "Look up, you idiot!" But no, he drifts into the wrong lane, and then bam, a massive truck coming from the opposite direction just obliterates his car. I mean, the stunt department went OFF on this scene. The glass shattering, the metal crunching, the car flipping over and over in the rain. And I'm not gonna lie, a dark part of me was cheering when the car flipped. But then the horrific reality hit me of what this meant for the hospital. Wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's talk about the hospital scenes, because I am still crying. Lily is sitting there in the waiting room, completely terrified, but holding onto this tiny shred of desperate hope. She thought her ex-husband was stepping up to be a hero. She thought her uncle, her biological father, was going to be saved. The twins weren't a match. Holden wasn't an option. Devon couldn't do it. It was all down to Kane. And then the doctor rushes in, and you can just see the color completely drained from Lily's face. The surgery is canceled. Kane has been in a catastrophic accident. He's in critical condition. And right there, you just know it's over. The way Crystal Calloway played that moment, just give her the Daytime Emmy right now. She rushes to Malcom's room, and it is just devastating. Malcom Winters, an absolute legend of Genoa City, slipping away because Kane couldn't keep his eyes on the damn road. The monitor flatlines, Lily is sobbing, holding his hand, begging him not to go. I am crying. My dog is looking at me like I'm crazy. We are all a mess. Malcom deserved so much better than to die waiting for a selfish prick like Kane to arrive. I am so mad at the writers for taking Malcom out like this, but at the same time, the dramatic payoff is insane. But guys, it gets worse. It gets much worse. Because Lily is grieving, right? She is completely destroyed. But she still thinks Kane was trying to help. She still thinks Kane was rushing to save the day and just had a tragic accident. So she goes to the crash site. Or maybe it was the hospital holding area where they keep the personal effects from the wreck. And she is looking through his things and she finds it. She finds the contract, the Chancellor Winter's takeover agreement. It is crumpled, it is torn, and it is literally soaked in Kane's blood. The symbolism, the sheer poetic cinema of it all. I had to pause the episode just to process what I was looking at. Lily pulls this bloody piece of paper out, and you can see her eyes scanning the words. Transfer of executive power, majority voting rights in exchange for medical donation. You can pinpoint the exact millisecond her heart completely hardens and turns to ice. Am I the only one who got absolute chills watching Lily's face transform? The grief just evaporated. It was replaced by this cold, terrifying, dead-eyed stare. This wasn't the sweet Lily Winters who used to run around with Daniel Romolodi. This wasn't the forgiving wife who took Kane back after a million betrayals. This was a woman who just realized that the father of her children used her dying father as a bargaining chip for corporate power. Her gratitude turned into pure, unadulterated venom. I mean, she looked like she wanted to march into Kane's IQ room and pull the plug herself. And honestly, I would not blame her. If the writers try to make her forgive him after this, I am rioting. I am writing letters to CBS. I know some people are loving the drama of this, and some diehard Lane fans out there are probably hoping Kane survives and somehow redeems himself. I mean, part of me is like, maybe he can explain himself. No, absolutely not. What am I even saying? There is no explaining this. I hope he survives just so Lily can destroy him. Death is too easy for him right now. If he dies in that hospital bed, he gets to be a tragic figure. People will mourn him. No, I want him to wake up broken and battered and look into Lily's eyes and realize he has awakened an absolute monster. Lily made a vow over that bloody contract. She swore that if he survives, she is going to make him pay a price worse than death. And I am entirely here for villain Lily. We need it. Genoa City needs a new ruthless matriarch who doesn't just play nice. Victor Newman better watch his back because Lily Winters is about to show everyone what true vengeance looks like. Let's just dissect Kane's psychology for a second because I am genuinely baffled. How do you even type up a document like that? Did he have a lawyer draft it? Did he sit at his laptop at the GCAC, sipping a drink, typing "I will give you my bone marrow if you make me CEO"? The level of narcissism is actually staggering. He knew exactly how much Lily was suffering. He saw her agonizing over the fact that Charlie and Maddie weren't matches. He watched Devin and Nate spiral over Holden and Malcolm's illness. And his only thought was, how can I monetize this family tragedy? It makes me sick to my stomach. It completely ruins any fond memories I had of Kane from the early 2010s. He is dead to me, dead. And wait, hold on. We haven't even talked about Devin and Nate yet. How are they going to react when they find out about this? Devin is already so rigid and angry about the whole Holden situation and Mariah's legal drama. When Lily shows him that bloody contract, oh my God. Devin is going to lose his absolute mind. He might actually finish the job that the Mack truck started. And Nate is going to be devastated. Malcom raised him. Malcom was his father in every way that mattered. The Winters men are going to rally around Lily, and Kane is going to have the entire billionaire family hunting him down. I am getting giddy just thinking about the absolute war that is about to erupt. Okay, back to the point, because my heart rate is still through the roof and it is way too late at night for me to be this worked up. The visual of that blood-soaked contract is going to haunt me for weeks. The writers really outdid themselves with this episode. It was messy, it was emotional, It was infuriating, and it sets up the next 6 months of storylines perfectly. I just need to know what happens tomorrow. Will Kane wake up? Will Lily confront him while he's on a ventilator? Will she hide the contract and pretend she doesn't know, just to play the long game and ruin his life piece by piece? God, I hope she plays the long game. I want to see a slow, agonizing destruction of Kane Ashby's entire life. Tell me I'm not crazy for wanting this. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, because I am going to be up all night obsessing over this.